So this video is about talking about another superpower that you have. So hang in there with me. It will all become clear. See, so many times we limit ourselves and we don't acknowledge all the possibilities that are out there for us to pull from, to be able to utilize. And often one of those is using other people to get help. Now let me just explain a story to exemplify this for you. I was working in a big auto parts company, teaching them a workshop, teaching them how to memorize specs. They had hundreds of specs that they had to learn, which had a lot of complications on them, abbreviations, charts, graphs, a lot of information. So this one engineer was getting a little bit stuck, and I could tell. So I walked up to him and I said, we've got about 10 minutes left in this session. I can show you how to learn the rest of your spec, the rest of the 2/3. I said, and not only will you learn it in the next 10 minutes, because I know how you learn, I said, but you will be able to utilize this technique for the rest of your life. And he's like, okay. And I said, all you have to do is ask me for help. He put his head down, and he could not do it. The HR woman's like, and so as I worked with the engineers for the next 2 days, because I didn't really know engineers at that point, I learned something. And I took what I learned into the next workshop I taught. So the first thing I asked those engineers is, how many of you think it's better to get a problem solved in 20 minutes versus 2 hours? Well, all their hands went up. 20 minutes, of course. And I said, so if you had to lift up the phone and ask somebody else for help on an area that you were stuck on, or if you had to go into the cubicle next door and get some help or support, would you do that? And they kind of just paused. And I said, how many of you utilize computers? Of course, everyone's hand goes up. How about calculators? Everyone's hands go up. And I said, but you didn't invent the internet, right? And you use that too. You didn't invent computers. You didn't invent all these things that I'm talking about. See, you're raised with the belief that you are supposed to be the problem solvers of our world. You're the geniuses. You're the ones that make everything happen for us. You take care of solving some of the most difficult problems of our world. And so, wouldn't it be essential for you to utilize every single tool possible to you, including people? Whoa, I mean, it blew some of their minds. We just don't even think about it. We're so ingrained to not receive, to not ask for help, to not ask for support, or we just do it in a specific way that we think is okay. Well, I'm telling you, you have a limitless supply of support, information, and tools in other people. You don't just have to go to the internet. You don't just have to go read a book or get information from some more left brain source. You have the power to get information from anyone around you. So utilize that power, utilize that tool, and start learning to ask people for help. That will be a game changer, I promise. So if you like this video and you'd like more information on this, there's many more to come. Please hit subscribe right underneath and get your happy on.